Hi, this is Joy with Obsessed with Scrapbooking, and today we are taking a look at the Close to My Heart Huntington Workshop on the Go kit. We'll be making the left-hand side page of this layout in today's video, and I want to show you the instruction guide that comes with this kit. Here it is. It shows you a nice full color spread. It shows you exactly how to lay out the pieces and what you'll need, and it also tells you, look how pretty that is. It has some little instructions here on these different parts of the layout, and it shows you how to cut all the papers. And each one of those papers is labeled with like a letter, and then it tells you in that diagram on the other side what's needed. And finally, there's a second layout you can make. Those instructions are on the Close to My Heart website. All right, let's get started. That was very quickly the stamp set that comes in the kit, and it's fabulous. I've gone ahead, I cut all the papers. I did not put that in the video because it's kind of dull, but I did video it, so if somebody really wanted it, I could send you some of it. So just going to go ahead and stamp these little lines using the saddle ink, and I'm going to do it on all 4 of these little strips just to give it a decorative bit to it. I kind of think that's fun. I may use that again. These little lines are kind of fun. All right, here I've taped down the base page. This is the left-hand side of the layout to my black Versamat. I love this thing because see the numbers off to the sides? That's the only way, frankly, you're lining this stuff up. Let's just call that what it is. This is all the rage. These layouts are all the rage that have, you know, little strips of paper starting in them, 2 or 3 inches down, and it's almost impossible to get that lined up properly without taping it to the mat like this and then looking. All right, here we go. I'm stamping. I hate to stamp on the project, but that's what they said to do. I stamped once in that saddle ink, and then I've stamped it again in barn red, and I'm just going to cut out that arrow using my scissors, which I was told to do in the instructions. So didn't think that up on my own. That's what we're doing. And now I'm just using some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive and my Tweezer Bee tweezers to go ahead and stick that down on top of that, just to give it a different color because it was going to be hard to mask that and do that correctly. All right, moving on, I've got my olive ink and I'm stamping the sweet here. Again, that little piece of paper we were told to cut out, so they had that all ready to go, just like the little arrowed piece. And here we have to do some fussy cutting. That's where you have to cut slowly with little itty bitty scissors. So something to know. And finally, we're going to be stamping back on the project again with that barn red ink. Okay. Now I'm just going to use some pop dots and stick this down. Stick down that sweet with some pop dots. And yeah, I get that stuck down. Obviously, that's in actual real time. Gosh, I'm moving like really too slow. All right. Maybe it just seems that way to me. We get this center section stuck down, and then just go ahead and put these strips down just to buffer it. And all this is on the instruction guide. Okay, here you have to know this. All right, these flowery strips, they really need to be cut you need 2 of these that are 2 inch by 11, and then cut those in half so you get 2 inch by 5.5 inch. You need to do that so that the strips line up from one side of the layout to the other, and that is not how the instructions are written. So here you can't tell because I did it one layout at a time, but when I laid them next to each other, I'm like, hey, those don't line up nicely. Oh, because the instructions didn't have me cutting them in the long strips. They had me cutting them in shorter strips, and then so they didn't go across properly. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just do the way I told you before. Just do that new way, and it turns out good. Okay, moving on. I didn't have the best blade on my paper cutter, so that's what's going on here. I have to get the like hairy bits off there of the photo mat. Okay, now again, the Versamat comes in handy here to get that lined up and just the right distance that I wanted, and get that stuck down. Oh man, I'm moving slow. Okay. And finally, this stamp set came with all these little cute leaves, and we're just going to stamp those. That was Gold Rush, and I've got some, what is this going to be? We'll see here in a second. I think that's the saddle, and then there's going to be some olive, and so you just kind of go around the layout doing that. Now let's get out the embellishments that come in this kit, and they're so fun. So these are what I'm putting up now is like canvas back printed embellishments, and they are already adhesive. It's awesome, and they're so cute. And then they've got some custom buttons, and I didn't realize they were already pre-stickied until the glue dot didn't work. And then they come with a whole bunch of gems of different sizes, and they're kind of like, I think they're called the cocoa assortment, and they've got like a bronzy color and a deeper brown color, and then they've got some really itty bitty ones that frankly I was like, is that even going to make a difference? But when I put them on, then I was kind of surprised that, see, you can see them, they're like those little dots, and I was like, oh, is that even necessary? But I ended up really liking the look. All right, that is our left-hand side of the layout, and coming up is info on how to get this kit. Tomorrow I'll have the right side, so I know you're anxiously awaiting that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and see you next time.